Okay, so let's start chapter 11, areas of rectangle, parallelogram, triangle, and rhombus. I combined two sections into one packet because area of rectangle and triangle you already know, right? Let's just look at what we are doing first, okay? So here is the chapter 11. So we have area of rectangle, parallelogram, triangle, and rhombus. And then we do area of trapezoid and areas of regular polygons, and we're going to have a quiz here. Okay, so these are together, so 3 packets, and then we are going to do circumference and area of a circle, arc lengths and areas of sectors, and ratio of areas, and we are not doing geometric probability. Okay, and then after here, after 3 more sections, we do test. I think the only hard section is this one. I think the rest you are probably like you already know this, right? The pi r square is area and 2 pi r is the circumference. I think you've done this in middle school, elementary school. So I don't think these are a problem. And then after that, we're going to do chapter 12. These sections or the chapters are very similar. This is the areas of a plane figures, meaning 2D. Okay, so this is a 2D, so there's only area. And a solid plane figure is 2D, solid means 3D. Okay, so the area is in volume 3D, it's a 3D, so the volume comes in. The area is referring to a surface area of volume. Okay, surface area of 3D figures. Now, this is a little harder than this chapter, but still compared to chapter 8 and chapter 9, it's not bad. And we are going to do all 5 sections here. Okay, so let's just go back to the warm-up. All right, what is the area of a rectangle with side 8 centimeter and 4 centimeter? You know this. What is the area of a triangle with base 10 meter and height of 15 centimeter? You know this. You just have to change the units. And what is the area of parallelogram with one side 2 inches and the other side 5 inches if one of the angle is 60 degrees? This is the one that I want you to think about. Okay, and come to class to talk about it. And how do we find the area of rhombus if it is diagonal? It diagonals are 10 centimeter and 7 centimeters. This one I want you to think about. Okay, so these are homework. Okay, don't look at the textbook though. Well, actually, I'm teaching you this in the pocket, so you will know. I just wanted to think about it now, before we start, and then see how that compares to what it is. Okay, all right. So we have 3 objectives here in this packet, and the first one is understand what it means by the area of a polygon. I think you already know. Understand the area postulate and know and use the formulas for the area of rectangle, parallelogram, triangles, and rhombus. Okay, alrighty. So the postulate 17. The area of a square is the square of the length of the side. Area of square, it's like a rectangle, it's the base times height, but it's the same length. It's a square of the side. Area of area congruence postulate. If 2 figures are congruent, then they have the same area. These are postulate. All right, area addition postulate. You can add areas, and that's the area of the together. Common sense, really. The postulates are supposed to be common sense. Okay, any side of a rectangle or other parallelogram can be considered to be base. The length of a base will be denoted by b. In this text, the term base will be used to refer either of the line segment or its the length. An altitude to a base is any segment perpendicular to the line containing the base from any point on the opposite side. The length of an altitude is called height. All the altitude to the particular base have the same length. Okay, so if this is a base, then this is a height, which is also this. This could be a height. So it's it. If this is a base and this is a height, right? Any side can be a base. Like here, these are the same triangles. Even though this looks shorter than this, I bet that this is the same length. It's like a optical illusion. Maybe try it with a ruler. Anyway, this can be a base and this is a height. Now, this is a parallelogram, right? So this is a base and height have to be perpendicular. So this is a height, this is a height. If I draw another line here, that's a height. This is a height. Any line that connects the two sides in perpendicular distance, that's the height. Length of this side is not the height. Okay, and here on the same parallelogram, this is a base, then that's a height. See, 90 degrees. Oh, this is a height too. Okay, all right. The area of a rectangle equals the product of the base times height. All right. The area of a parallelogram equals the product of the base and the height to the base. Base times height. It's because if you cut it off here at the edge of this corner and then put it back here, it becomes a rectangle. Okay. So it's the base times height is going to be the area. Okay. And the area of a triangle equals 1/2 the product of the base and the height to the base. Base to the height will give you this parallelogram, and half of that is triangle. You know this one. You didn't know this one, but it makes sense, right? Okay, theorem of 11.4. The area of a rhombus equals the half of the product of its diagonals. Okay, so the way this works is that if this is perpendicular, right? So if I do the product of the two diagonals, I'm going to get the area of this, right? I'm going to get the area of this. This would be the diagonal, and this would be the diagonal. So I'm going to get the area of this. And each of these rectangles, the part of rhombus is a half. And that's why it's 1/2 of diagonals, product of diagonals. Okay? Okay, so those are the all theorems. Okay? So just to recap, square and rectangles, base times height, right? Triangles, base times height divided by 2 because it's half of this, right? Parallelogram, it's base times height because this part is congruent to this, and rhombus is 1/2 of the diagonal product because if you do mod product of diagonals, you're going to get this rectangle, and area of rhombus is half of that. Okay? All right, exercise for 9.1. It's not 9, it's 11. 11.1. I don't know why it says 9. Okay, find the area of a square with diagonal length d. The length of a rectangle is 12 centimeters more than its width. Find the area. All right, so do this one. A past 2 meter wide narrows rectangle garden. The past 2 meter wide surrounds a rectangular garden 2 centimeters. Okay, do this one. I think you've done this before. How much will it cost to blacktop the driveway shown in the blacktop costing $11 per square? Right, you can do this one. Get the area, and then you have to divide. You have to multiply the square meter by this, right? The room 28 feet long and 20 feet wide has walls 8 feet high. What is the total wall area? Okay, how many gallons can you? Okay, right, you can do all this. I don't think I need to do that with you. And I think we're gonna do these in the class, and here are for the 2. Okay, so these ones we're gonna do in the class. Okay, and these first 5 you do for homework. Okay, and let's do these ones. Okay, the area of a parallelogram can be found in 2 ways. I want you to do this one. Okay, find the area of triangle ABC, DBC, and give the 2 formula that can be used to find the area of a rhombus. Okay. Well, I want you to do 3. And this one, this is just, the point is that the base is the same and height is the same, right? So even though these look different triangles, they all have the same areas. Okay, triangles. So this is 36 divided by 2, it's 18. All of them is 18. Okay. All right, and let's do some of these and do the rest. There are a lot of problems in here. All right, triangle base 5.2 corresponds to, no, why don't you do odds this page? Okay, it's really, you know pretty much what we're doing, so it's just practicing, and the rest we do in the class. Okay.